All right, well, I would like to welcome you guys all out to the Mondo Masters of the Universe Toy Talk panel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic PowerCon. This should be a really fun panel here. We've got the team up here who's got a presentation to show you. We'll be doing some Q&A at the end of this panel, so if you've got questions, make sure you hang on to those in your head, and I'll let you know when we can line up. I, of course, am Pixel Dan. I'll be the moderator for this panel, and I believe we have a video that we're going to start things off with today.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready back there, you can roll it.
All right, before we get things started, a few housekeeping tips for you guys here real quick. As I mentioned, we're gonna do a Q&A at the end of the panel, so please hold all questions until we tell you it is time to ask. Also, we're always asking no video, please, during the panels. However, if you wanna take photos of anything shown up on the screen, you are welcome to do so. So at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and have the team introduce themselves. We'll go ahead and start and just kind of work your way down and go on with your presentation.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. My name's Hector Arce. I'm one of the creative directors for the Mondo's Toys and Collectibles department.
Yeah, thanks for your patience today, too. Mike Bonanno, also creative director with Hector.
My name is Florian Bertmer. I'm the illustrator for Masters of the Universe Mondo.
My name is Bob Fulkerson. I'm director of sales and operations at Mondo.
Awesome. Yeah, I wanted to say that intro video was made up of amazing photography from our photographer Raul, who lives in Spain, and he unfortunately couldn't make it here, but we did want to showcase all of his love for our figures, and we decided to put it together in this little presentation. A lot of those photos he took for fun and was just doing it as a thing because he's a fan. So yeah, we felt it was nice. It'd be cool to share it with you all.
Yeah, follow his Instagram. He's building giant castle gray skulls in his house for the photos. It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. I think.
In scale.
Yeah, it's in scale.
It's quite wild.
Yeah. But yeah, we wanted to share with you all a couple things. We have Florian here who does amazing packaging art for all of our figures, and we did want to show you kind of our process behind that, which is something I don't think gets explained a lot when it comes to packaging art and stuff like that. And then we have some previews of upcoming figures. So if you could start the slideshow.
Cool. So this was the very, This was the very first one I did. This was for He-Man, and on the left you see a loose sketch based on the actual toy. One thing we talked about when we started working on it was quite often when you see the packaging art, it doesn't match the toy. You know, you probably remember as a kid, you're like, oh, this looks amazing. And you see the toy like, ooh, what is that? So I tried
pretty much. I felt the same way the whole time.
Yeah. So I tried to stay as close as possible. And then you see the finished artwork for He-Man, and on the right you see Faker, as a complete opposite in terms of composition.
We can go to the next slide. talk about Skeletor a little bit?
Yep, this is the very first sketch for Skeletor. When did that come out, Hector? Do you remember?
Jeez, what?
3 years ago?
5 years.
5 years ago.
5 years. Yeah, man. Time's going by, man.
We were young.
We're old.
Yeah, we were.
We're done.
How many sketches did you do for Skeletor?
Skeletor, I think it was mainly because at the time you guys sent me like a definite post. So the sketch was based on the actual toy. This one, I think it was like two or three sketches tops. Then it was done.
It's cool seeing where you end up with backgrounds and all that. It's
Yeah,
cool
I tried to. The first ones I tried to fill the background a little bit, even though on the packaging you rarely see much of it, especially when it's in that iron cross shape, which gets developed more and more as the line progresses.
Yeah. We can go to the next slide. This one was a lot of fun. We explored many different poses with Keldor, and weren't exactly sure which one to go with.
This one was kind of funny because when we started talking about Keldor, obviously, we were thinking about, the acid vial in the cartoon and everything. And if you look at the bottom left, one of the first sketches I did was him kind of like contemplating his fate, looking at the vial, kind of like a Shakespearean, thing. But as soon as we all looked at it, we all started making jokes about it. Like, oh, that kind of looks like,
Look weird, but we can't get into too much detail about it. But what we ended up with was what you see there on the far right, and it was again, Florian did a fantastic job kind of capturing the history of the character and telling a story within
There's a lot. going
a
on
single
there.
image.
That's my favorite colors you've done on any of
thank you.
Well, this one was
cool.
fun because I always try to sneak in subtle deep cuts. Like, for instance, he's standing on a rug that's based on the Castle Grayskull flag. You got battle bones in the arch in the back. You got another emblem. If you look on the Hordak, I think it's also, was it the trapdoor from Castle Grayskull? She knows. So I try. It's fun. It keeps things interesting. Especially for fans who find these subtle hints.
Yeah. We can go to the next slide. Oh, I'm sorry. We gotta get closer to the mic.
Gotta get closer.
Yeah. This is our mer-man, which I think is one of the best ones you've done, dude. Like you can see on the bottom left over there, we posed out the figure for him, and he kind of took that as inspiration to pretty much create the amazing artwork you see there.
Yeah, and I was going to say one thing to remember. Quite often, when I do the art, I don't have the toy in my hand.
Yeah.
Because it's being made right now, and I only have photos, so it's tricky. Luckily, they always give me a ton of photos.
Yeah, we were kind of crazy timelines and
Oh yeah,
stuff's
it's like,
going on.
yeah, we need the art in like 2 weeks. I'm like, what?
Pretty much that's the case all the time with
Not
him.
even
We're like, dude, we need the art like tomorrow, please, if you can. Don't sleep.
Like, do you have a sample? Yeah,
We have this. Yeah, it's not colored. You have to figure out the colors. Sorry. Production takes a long time. So
We're getting a little more streamlined, but it's still.
you can go to
all over the
next
place.
slide. Oh, this is.
Oh, we used the very first Scareglow. Again, I did not have the actual toy in hand, so all you guys had was, I think, the head, the cape, and Skeletor body.
Yeah.
Like, there you go. So, based on that, kind of do the floating composition. That's also, again, I'm trying to incorporate throwback elements to the vintage packaging. When he's like, I think it was, which one was it? Snout Spout. He attacks in the cave on the vintage card. So I try to keep that in there, subtle reference to the
The
origin.
cool thing is how you handle the ribs and everything. We had that conversation about how for the next one you wanted to show, should we represent the
yeah,
rib
yeah,
cage
yeah.
differently?
Yeah, we can go to the next slide. So this is an early peek at we have the Scareglow on display down over at the booth, but you can see Florian's artwork here, which is pretty cool. This is what's going to be on the packaging.
Yeah, this one was really fun because this one was straight up old school Scareglow with the paint job. And And in terms of composition, it's kind of based on a mix of I think it was from a mini comic when he appears with Ninjor.
Yes.
So I tried to incorporate that, like him like appearing on some like magical smoke. But yeah, I'm super excited about this one because the vintage one looks so good. You guys did such a good job.
Thanks. Yeah. Next slide.
Oh, this is probably one of my favorite ones because, I mean, come on, man at arms. I mean, jeez. This one took a long time because of all the details and armor, and you can see a subtle progression. Like on the left was like the first pose where he's putting the foot down, but he's not really standing on a crushed robot. What are they called? Doombots? I forgot. I'm sorry.
How dare you not know?
I know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna get banned for life. And again, I try to put in like subtle references, like the Wind Raider and the.
Yeah, no, your references are my favorite part of this because he includes so many little Easter eggs in all the art he does, and it just makes it even more fun for us to just, with the packaging and everything, it just looks great.
Yeah, Florian's a super fan.
Fun,
We gotta go to him for stuff.
Fun fact, in one of the
Super fan.
original sketches, just for fun, in the background had a picture of a skeleton killing Ram Man. Because at the time, I remember Brock hated Ram Man so much, but it didn't make the cut, obviously. So now you got.
He tries with his little
I
things.
try.
We have to rein him in sometimes.
And I just had to put those skeletons in there because they're just too cool. I love them.
We can go next slide.
Oh, here's to kind of illustrate, my idea of trying to incorporate vintage art, to kind of like pay homage to it. I think it's a Earl Norham painting, upper left, and I really like the pose, so I tried to mimic it with the updated version, because I think it really reflects the character, the intergalactic conqueror. A subtle reference here again, you see the broken bow between Hordax's feet is obvious reference to She-Ra, and also try to do the colors like the pink with a subtle nod to the cartoon. So this one was really, really a lot of fun to do.
Yep. And I think we can go to the next slide too. This is great. This is a cool preview for you guys.
Oh man, this one took quite a while. So top left, you see the very first sketch I did to pitch the idea to do a poster for the new show. I had not seen the show. I had no idea what was going to happen in the show because no one tells you anything.
It's pretty secretive.
Yeah, even when we were working on the toys, a lot of those toys were just like, can we get more reference? We don't even know what this looks like.
No.
So we're like, let's share what we got. Let's go for
So
it.
the first one obviously is a reference to the mini comic covered by Alfredo Alcala, and you can see in the first one I kept the axe and the sword, and then when Mattel came back, I'm like, well, could you change it to the power sword and the Havoc staff, which you see in the middle one, the black and white, and that became the final composition, which I then fleshed out, and which you see in the final piece on the right.
Cool. Can we go
Is
to
this all digital?
Oh, sorry.
This piece? Is this all digital, this one, or did you go?
The coloring,
Yeah.
There we go.
He's coming.
So we snuck this in here because Florian designed this a while ago, actually.
Yeah.
And we've been meaning to make it, and we are finally going to make it, and it will come out next year. We will hopefully have a prototype by Comic-Con to share and everything. And Florian, yeah, I mean, you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yeah. So, like, obviously, Trapjaw was always one of my favorite characters because he's just so insane. I wanted to stay close to the original toy. Yeah. Very good. Yeah, you noticed. So he's gonna be heavily inspired by the vintage origins, but I wanted to update it and I kind of tried to figure out, well, in the original comic, he's from a different dimension. He's like a psychopath murderer. What if he was some like crazy mercenary? Like his helmet is inspired by like vintage World War I helmets. like his belt, you see it's got all these marks. It's actually inspired by the thing soldiers did in World War I. It was called a hate belt. For each kill, you would make a mark on your belt, which I kind of wanted to incorporate as well. Like he's got like a semi steampunk militaristic vibe. For fun, I actually incorporated the fly sweater from the cartoon.
That's my favorite part.
And a stick grenade.
I-
I'm super excited about it.
What's great about this is Mattel is gracious enough to let us like redesign these characters, but we are also huge fans, so we try to stick really closely to the reference and the spirit of the character while also updating it to give people something new, and that looks good at the 12-inch scale.
Mattel's been really cool about letting us
Yeah.
reveal that. Like, they're very easy to work with and super
Yeah.
awesome.
Hi, Bob.
It's been a debate internally that I'm losing. I'd like to ask the audience a question: elbow or no elbow? Yeah. The trap jaw originally was just there was no elbow. Elbow or no elbow?
Yeah, I told you.
You lose.
Yeah.
I'm still losing.
Yeah, no. Why would it not have an elbow? You're kidding? No. I mean, we might stick an arm that just
Yeah,
does
you can
this
get
too.
an
Yeah, they'll swap it out. Yeah.
They will.
Yeah, there you go. We'll give you a nod. Yeah, you'll still win in the end. One more. Next slide, please.
Hold on.
We wanted to test
Hold
it.
on. This
We
one
wanted to
I
see the
just
reaction.
did for fun.
It was for fun.
Saying, hey, you got Hordak. I mean, he can't just be by himself.
That's true.
That really doesn't make any sense, So I did a quick mock-up.
Yeah, we're this. It's not in development yet, but we're excited about it. It'll be a cool one to do. Cool. Next slide. I think Florian. That. Everyone, please, round of applause for Florian. He's amazing at what he does, and we are so happy to work with him.
Real lucky to work with.
Yeah, for real.
Super cool.
I'll stop.
And then now we have some previews right there. All right, so we had this downstairs, and it's still available for pre-order down there. We wanted to just share it up here. We're really happy with how this one turned out. We wanted to do a throwback to the Filmation or classic.
Yeah, for people online, we're going to have the leftovers go up on sale, I believe, Tuesday.
What was that? Oh. I don't know.
I can't hear.
I couldn't hear. Anyway,
No
next.
questions till after the panel.
And then more beautiful photography by Raul, who has just been amazing. And we just send him toys, and he's like, "All right, I'm going to build whole sets around."
Again, I can't believe he actually built the throne.
Yeah,
I mean-
he built it for the shoot. So, next slide. And this is our Skeletor Tiki mug, which we have available downstairs, or not downstairs. I keep thinking it's down over there. Do you want to talk about this one a little bit, Mike and Florian? Because Florian designed it. I forgot.
We haven't heard anything from you, so.
No, it's your mug, man. Yeah,
Well,
this
this
is
one-
designed by Florian. We had it for a while. This design.
Yeah, this one took a while and went through quite a lot of revisions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one was very much a direct interpretation of the Alcala Skeletor. You can see it here. First time I'm seeing it in person. And then we changed it to more of a classic look. And the idea was to incorporate Snake Mountain with Skeletor, which it's tricky to figure out the right balance between, well, am I going to focus on the head? Am I going to keep, the armor? So I think we found a really good balance of displaying his armor and his cowl, which is also not easy to pull off.
Yeah, we tried to capture the hatching, that trademark Florian hatch marks.
Yeah,
in
and
there,
you
too.
guys did such a great job.
Yeah, it's hard to design around a mug sometimes.
It really
the
is, yeah.
cylindrical shape is tricky, and Florian knocked it out apart. Dude, it's awesome.
Thank you.
Cool. Next slide, please. All right, so we had an original, the original Scare Glow that came out a few years ago, I think, at this point, and that was kind of like Mondo redesign type of thing, and we felt that we should do a throwback to the original toy. And one thing is that we really wanted that injected glow-in-the-dark color. So the whole figure is injected glow-in-the-dark. The eyes glow-in-the-dark red. The axe will glow also. So we went pretty far with the glow. And we decided let's do the old cape and redo the head and just kind of offer folks another chance to get Scare Glow.
Yeah, make fans happy and
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah.
We'll be pre-ordering that in October?
Yes. That-
October 19th.
Yes,
tentatively.
October 19th, yeah, will be up for pre-order on mondoshop.com. Next slide, please. And this is our, continuing with our MOTU, which I don't know if any of you know, or all of you, or some of you know that, but it's inspired by Japanese sofubi paint applications. Mike, if you want to talk about that a little more.
I mean, these are all, Hector actually hand paints all these. He's doing these prototypes are all Hector's designs and just goes nuts on them. This is my favorite of the bunch too. If you see it at the booth, it's gorgeous.
How long did that take, Hector?
It took me about, like maybe a couple days.
Really?
Yeah, the thing that takes the longest is just kind of figuring out the color palette that you want to use. And once you find that and you just kind of stick to it, it kind of just creates itself as I'm painting it.
And just seeing the oversprays that he does on the belt and how cool it looks, it gives it that vintage toy feel. It's super cool. They look great.
Yeah, the photos really don't do this justice. So if you haven't been by the booth, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's honestly better than our regular edition. Way better.
And that's not a prototype, it's a sample at the booth, so it's gonna look like that. You
Yeah.
get it? It's cool.
Next slide, please. And this is Skeletor from Revelation. We really wanted to bring the character to life that resembled the character from the show. And we included a lot of cell shading and stuff like that to really bring home the whole animated kind of vibe. And also set it apart from our other stuff, because our other stuff's very like gritty and weathered, and they're like
It
more
goes
real.
nicely next to it, but it's
Yeah, you can collect them together. Collect them together, but they're different enough to where you can tell this is from like the cartoon rather than like Mondo's typical like redesigns. And this will be available next year in January. Next slide, please. So we have a prototype, just 3D print actually, downstairs of She-Ra very early, but this is pretty much what she's gonna look like and all the accessories she's gonna come with. Swappable headdresses and all that. You'll be able to flip the crown over and make the mask and all, and she'll come with cowl, which is great. And yeah, we're really stoked. This will be our first, I can't believe it, our first female Masters of the Universe figure.
Not the last either.
Not the last, yeah, no, we're gonna do Tila and all that too, but She-Ra felt like the right one to start with. Next slide.
This one also,
So
Emiliano wanted to be here and he couldn't come out either. Emiliano does all our concept art for everything but Trapjaw. And yeah, the guy's unbelievable. Like when you see this and then you see the final piece, he's so close to what actually turns out in 3D. But yeah, big shout out to Emiliano.
Yeah, Emiliano Santa Lucia is like amazing, and he's been doing our stuff for a while now, and he's our go-to, besides Florian, guy when it comes to concept art. And yeah, so we figured people don't probably miss out on the original He-Man, and we decided, well, let's do a deluxe version and have him be a bit more of a throwback while also still, using kind of what we've already created here at Mondo. Next slide. And so it's also going to come with the Thunder Punch armor, which will be the Mondo exclusive. And it comes with all the accessories, the shield, the sword, some electric power punch kind of accessory. Yeah, the caps, yep. Gems, or yeah. Next slide, please. Yeah, and so we've figured we go big with He-Man since he hasn't been out in so long, right? So let's put everything in there. So battle armor, which was a Bob suggestion over here. He was like, "You got to do battle armor." I was like, "Yeah."
By the way,
I won that one.
It's because of him. What was that, Florian?
How great is a boot knife?
Oh, and there's a boot knife. Yes, yes. That was a subtle nod. That was an addition by Emiliano, who was like, when we gave him this, I told him like, we want battle armor, we want thunder punch, we want the head to be different from the old head, we want better hair, and he was like, I want the knife, and I was like, add the knife. That's cool. Next slide. And this is actually the 3D sculpt, and this is it. We're still updating the hair a little bit, but you can pretty much see what it's going to look like. And you can see like it has a Thunder Punch accessory, which is like a lightning bolt kind of thing. It's going to be like a transparent yellow.
It showcases how good Emiliano is. When you see what it looks like in 3D, it's nuts.
Yeah.
And he's also a rivaling super fan with Florian.
Next slide, please. Yeah, this was another one of those weird conversations that we were just, Bob and I and Mike were talking, and someone said, I think it was you, let's just do Battle Cat. And I was like, I don't know. Yeah, oh, whoop, sorry. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know we're not supposed to curse. I apologize.
That was a quote.
But why not? And yeah, so it's going to be a fully articulated 1/6 scale Battle Cat, which you'll be able to put your new He-Man Deluxe over it, riding it. And yeah, so he's going to come. We have him. All the heads will be swappable. You'll be able to remove the armor as well. So if you want to just display him without armor, you can. And the Mondo exclusives is going to come with the Cringer head and the little Cringer. And Mattel let us design a helmet for it. So the one in the top right is like a Mondo designed helmet, which is, we wanted to just add something else that people haven't had before. So, and then I think the next slide's the last one, but yeah, next slide. So without, you can't do Battle Cat and not do Panther, right? So, another one that we're really stoked with, and yeah, it'll have the four heads, and Mattel let us go kind of crazy with one of them with like the bone helmet kind of thing, which we thought it'd be fun, and then it also comes with the Filmation head. So yeah, I think there's just one more slide, and that's it, and it's just a thank you.
All right. Very, very cool stuff. Very exciting stuff. We've got about 20 minutes, it looks like, we can dedicate to a Q&A. So for anybody that has any questions for the team about anything we saw on today's panel, any other questions you have, we have a microphone right here. Please feel free to line up at the microphone at this time. There we go. I knew we had some questions out there. All right.
Hey guys, first off, thank you. Everything is wonderful. This is a line that I originally said, I cannot get into that. That's way too much money. And you guys have slowly but surely dragged me down. So I thank you. My wife does not like you guys at all. But seeing all the wonderful pictures taken there and everything, have you guys ever considered the possibility of doing diorama pieces like Hordak's throne and stuff like that we see in the pictures?
It's not a bad idea.
Oh, right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, go for it.
No, I mean, seeing what Raul does is just incredible, and what you see like that and creating a world, it's definitely a great idea to look into, and we really haven't thought about it, so.
I think you guys should discuss it. Thank you guys. Get it.
Oh,
If someone would buy a 1/6 Grayskull, we'd probably make it.
Ooh, gifts for questions. All right, who has questions?
Yeah, thanks. We got
Next
four
question,
more
please.
questions we can give out.
You got it okay?
Is the Horde robot going to feature the opening belly feature?
Ooh, good question for the Horde Trooper.
What do you think, Florian?
Well, it would make sense if, I don't know if he would have an action feature like he would like because, the mono ones don't really have that, but it'd be cool if you could take them apart, Like
Yeah,
do,
I
like
think
explodes.
we can do like a swap out part or something like that. That would be really cool.
But I would definitely like to do several helmets, different helmets. That'd be cool.
For army building, right?
We got a
we
gift
have
for you
something.
too.
Oh yeah, come on up. Whoa! Look at his face. That's what it's about right there.
That's
awesome.
a Hot Topic Skeletor.
Thank them. Yeah.
That's a Skeletor.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Skeletor.
Yeah, that's yours.
Skeletor.
Pick it, man.
It's a Hot Topic
Awesome.
Skeletor.
All right, next question.
Hey guys, I'd just like to ask if you guys, I know the first two, the He-Man and Skeletor that you did were like your designs by your team. And I was wondering, is there a possibility of seeing, like what if Skeletor had the power of Grayskull, but in your, own personal design style?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I mean that'd be cool. I don't think we've thought about that at all. So
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I don't think we thought about that because there's so many characters.
yeah, I know it's one of those
You
things
know?
where
Yeah.
it's like a long list
Yeah, like
of characters.
it's a
I
cool
wanna do
idea. I like the
Clawful.
idea though.
Like
Because,
I don't know.
we've seen it in the original live action movie and we've seen it in the new
Yeah,
Revelation
yeah.
show. So I'd like to just see what you guys would see because those are like so different of designs when he gets the power. I'd just be really interested to see how you guys with all the detail and sculpt would do that.
I mean, it'd be cool to
Start
see a
drawing.
version of the
Start designing it.
of the stealth design.
You have a week.
Oh,
Do it. No. Oh, here you go. No, that's a great question, though. Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, next question.
One question and one question only. Is there any plan for Panther to be flocked?
Oh, flocked Panther. Oh,
I think it's a possibility.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shaker.
Whoa.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, next question.
I kind of look like Santa Claus.
I saw the Skeletor from Revelations. I was wondering if there's any of the new characters from Revelations that you're looking to target.
We were talking earlier today, actually, with some Mattel people about what next figures we want to do. I personally want to do Scareglow and Orko together as a set, but
Yeah, we
Scareglow
were
and Orko.
we were
A
thinking
dual
of
set.
recreating that scene where
Right.
they're it's like almost like a diorama piece with both Scareglow and Orko battling with
Yeah.
energy and all that.
Oh,
stuff.
that's sick.
And obviously He-Man.
this is our,
He-Man also.
it's the last prize, you guys.
Eldor.
Sorry, I wish we had more.
You're welcome.
Hello. Yes, I was, first of all, I also want to, I guess, thank you again because I went personally to your booth and everybody treated me so nice. And when I was about to leave, I saw that it was ready for the panel. Anyway, my two quick questions are, do you guys have any plans for Disco Skeletor?
Disco Skeletor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disco Skeletor. What is
And also,
oh my God.
what is Disco Skeletor?
Do you guys know Disco Skeletor?
No.
No?
Whatever it is, I want to do it now.
Okay, quick explanation. In the
Please.
Should we
2003,
pick these two out?
Pretty much.
Yes.
so in the 2003 toy line, they did a bunch of weird repaints at the end, and one of them was a Skeletor that had a vac metallized blue body, black arms, orange face, gold armor. It's gaudy as hell, and everybody loves it. And we call him Disco Skeletor.
I mean, PowerCon next
So,
year, maybe
yep.
we can get it going.
Let's get it next
do it.
year.
Yeah,
We're into
there
it.
you go.
Do it.
and my
That's
last
amazing.
Go.
I had no idea.
I gotta look this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, and
right
my last
after
quick
this.
question is, I'm already invested in the line. I don't have to worry about the cool pictures, all the figures you guys show for the future. I don't have to worry if I'm online that day when they release for pre-order. I mean, it's not going to be a worry about
Oh, you
short
mean
amounts,
Quick
short
sellouts.
amounts. Yeah.
That's always hard. It's a
Yeah.
like balancing act, but hopefully, the more people get into it, the more numbers we can make. It's just
And that was it.
hard.
Yeah.
They're
Thank
expensive
you.
for us to just get into production, so it's hard to just move it.
God.
But yeah, we'd love to. We don't want people to not get them.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's amazing.
They're
Yes,
looking
we're
at
gonna-
Disco Skeletor for the first time.
I'm gonna. Yeah, we're making Disco
We have
Skeletor.
no more gifts. I guess I could give away
Yeah.
Florian's hat.
All right, next question.
I'd like to ask if there's a possibility of an Orko figure to be produced by Mondo.
Yes.
100%
Orko.
yes.
Yes, Orko, yes, will have its own dedicated figure.
If y'all did produce an Orko figure by Mondo, could he be maybe paired with somebody like Manny Faces?
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely, that's one that I've had in my head for a while, and I'm really excited to try out some engineering ideas for it.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, next up.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering with the Horde Troopers that if y'all would increase the production of those so that people could like build up an army of Horde Troopers.
We've been asked by Mattel to do that, so yeah, we'll probably be doing
Pretty
that.
much.
And
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Yeah, we'd love to.
Army of
And-
Horde Trooper would be amazing, so yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And is there any chance there'd be like a Prince Adam and a Princess Adora Mondo
Yes.
figure as well?
Yes. I want to make a Prince Adam really bad. Yeah.
Honestly, same.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I just wanted to know if you guys are going to push further down to the She-Ra collection, or is this the She-Ra the only one that you guys are going to do?
Yeah, no, what do you?
This is the opening like shot for it. We're gonna keep going with it for sure. Especially if people are digging it, might as well keep going. Just like,
Okay. And he wants to know the price of the Battle Cat.
Oh, that's a good question. Price of the Battle Cat.
Oh, Battle Cat price point.
$1 billion.
it's early on in the design. We haven't quoted it with factories and stuff, but should we say what
Yeah,
we're trying to get it around?
we're thinking it's probably going to be between 350 to 400.
Okay, thank you.
It's big, yeah.
It's big. If you see it downstairs again, over there, you can see how big it is. Yeah.
Ready? Yep. Okay. With Battle Cat and Panther on the way, is there any chance we could get a duplicate?
Sorry, what was that?
Duplicate?
Yeah,
Yes.
duplicate. Now that he's
duplicate.
canon.
Yeah. We really, are our offices bugged? Like, because, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that already.
I think duplicate is certainly a possibility.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to make those two, you might as well do duplicate.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, you might as well just keep going. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank
All
you.
right. Next up.
Hi. So someone like me who's coming to the line a little bit late, is there any chance of doing a reissue of some of the earlier figures?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we're doing the He-Man Deluxe. It's kind of like our way of bringing He-Man back, but still giving folks something new and exciting. And we're going to plan to do the same exact thing with Skeletor. So you'll have Battle Armor Skeletor with the...
Nice.
What's the Dragon Armor Skeletor? Is that what it is? The
Now we got nothing
Dragon
to talk
Blaster?
about next year.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. But that's on next year. That'll be further along.
All right, so I'm going to dovetail off of that Battle Armor Skeletor. Can we get a functional? Click, yeah, functional. You click it.
the click?
Yeah, click where it functions and it spins.
I tried.
It's hard.
Is
like,
it?
Yeah, at this scale, it's hard to get
Is
the
it?
engineering working right, but we do want to look into it because it'd be pretty
Yeah, that'd
awesome.
be killer because there's no big ones that have that function as
Yeah,
well.
Right, yeah.
Also, Tila. Could you get the green goddess, like maybe make it where you can turn the lights off, it turns green, or you put like a black light on it or something?
It's like you said, it's like our office is bugged or something.
Yeah, right? Oh, it's already going? All right, that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
we have Tila, we have her planned, and yeah, a goddess is in the works too.
That's fantastic. All right, that's what I wanted to throw out there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, next up.
Do you know what Orko's real face looks like?
Orko's real face? Do you guys know what it looks like?
Florian? Wait, what? Orko. Do you know what his real face looks
She
like?
wants to know if the masks will be removable when you make Orko.
Oh, that's a good
You know
question.
what? I don't think they would let us do that. I don't think they would let us show Orko's face ever.
It's
I'm
a
with
mystery
you, though.
to
I do want to
everybody.
know.
I do want to know. I mean, I agree.
We'll ask Mattel, and we'll
try.
We'll try to see what's behind the mask.
I think he looks like Mikey.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, man. Do you ever consider to make the base of the figures like more dynamic?
Yeah, we talked about it. That base has just kind of been moved along. We want to kind of revisit, especially with deluxe stuff.
Put it like a nameplate for each characters and everything.
Cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
And
that's a great idea. Yeah.
Again, we're at the booth the whole time. You guys have great ideas. Come talk to us. It's awesome. We'll give you credit.
And how about sorceress? do it. Do you
Yes.
planning on doing it? on doing
Yeah,
it?
actually, right now for us, sorcerers, I mean, we would love to, and I think it's just one of those that, I think Tila will probably come before her, and then, yeah, it would either be sorceress or Evelyn.
Yeah, thanks.
Since you guys are looking at producing more of the Horde Trooper for army building, any thought to doing like the different color decos that we see, like the black Horde Troopers or the red Horde Troopers that we've seen recently?
Yeah, that would probably be the way to go.
Those are the easiest options to make more cool stuff, and we love doing that. The color changes and what Hector can do with painting is easy to do cool stuff. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Thank you.
Hello. Just an idea. Maybe the anti-Eternia He-Man. Would that be awesome?
As a German?
Anti-Eternia He-Man.
I love that
Anti-Eternia
idea.
He-Man, yeah.
That'd be great.
All right.
One thing, the functionality on battle armor would be great, but if not possible, a good, easy option would just be plates.
Yeah, we currently have it designed as a swappable plate, but I guess we'll have to, we are gonna try to look into it a little more and see if we can actually have it function. But if not, it will be swappable.
Yeah.
Great work, guys. 2 quick questions. One, there was some talk about maybe a new fur body for maybe a Beastman or a Stratos. Has that kind of been pushed back, or is that still something you're moving forward with?
Yeah, no, Beastman's definitely gonna happen.
We've got awesome designs by Emiliano for that, and we're actually talking materials right now on how we want to do that.
And then for like Florian's artwork, are you guys maybe thinking about doing some more prints just for Florian? You doing some more prints for Mondo maybe?
I was gonna ask everyone before we left if you all would love to have prints of all that amazing art that Florian has made through the years.
Because I tried to get the Revelations art and it was gone like in 2 seconds. So probably pretty successful. So.
Yeah, no, we definitely want to do it, and I think there's enough awesome stuff there where you can have a cool collection of his work, and yeah, I say we do it.
Awesome. All right, well, we want to give a very big thanks and a big round of applause to the Mondo team. Thank you guys so very much. And thank you guys so very much for coming out. We hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend here at PowerCon.